Today, we're excited to bring back AWS for part two of an ongoing discussion of all things AI in the wonderful world of retail. I'm thrilled to introduce my good friend, Justin Hahnemann. Justin is the head of worldwide retail and consumer goods industry strategy at AWS. He brings a wealth of experience in leading retail and consumer goods strategies on a global scale, helping businesses leverage AI to drive innovation and enhance customer engagement. Over to you, Justin.
Thanks so much, Andy. So good to see you. And I really appreciate, of course, our friendship. And thank you to the Retail AI Council for not only inviting us one time, but like two times. So we had such a good time, myself and Michael Connor, who's actually here in the background right now, had such a great time with you all on episode one. And we're super excited to be back for this part today. If you didn't catch part one, I would encourage you to take a look. It's actually out on YouTube. You can look at the Retail AI Council's channel on YouTube and you'll find it there. We covered a number of topics as related to somewhat defining kind of the AI space, right? And where generative AI fit into that. We talked about a lot of the excitement and energy around generative AI over the last 18 to 20 months or so. And we jumped into some of the technical, what's real and what's ideal, right? And so when we were thinking about our plan for today, I'll say that we were kind of considering what might be a good follow-up, right? And we were talking about ideas. And so what I thought would be good is we'll take that idea and we'll continue to build on it today. And I'd like to introduce another member of our team, Vince Coe. He actually leads worldwide digital commerce for us. And so when you think about the AI space, whether it be artificial intelligence, machine learning, and generative AI, you're going to see in a few minutes how this is coming to life in many aspects of the digital space. So if you're watching today and you've got an e-commerce platform or an e-commerce presence, you're thinking about that, or you're a pure play in e-commerce, know that this is going to be for you. And if you're a physical stores person, I still think you'll find this interesting because you're going to see some of the linkages over to what others are doing around this space. Now, before I hand it to Vince, just a quick recap of some of the big topics in retail right now. So every day, our team is an industry team. We're working with some of the largest retailers in grocery, drug, convenience, health, beauty, fashion, apparel, and the list goes on. And these are the big areas of focus. Like even as of the last couple of weeks, we refined this as part of our planning for Q4. And you can see, of course, here I highlighted the box that has this AI, ML, Gen AI, and Edge tech, which we'll talk about shortly. But I was thinking about it later. It's nice that we called it out as its own box, but really, you're going to see in a minute, it's really starting to be integrated into all the other boxes. So I do think it's going to be interesting to see in the coming weeks and months how not only an organization like ours, but other partners of yours just this is just going to become part of your merchandising or allocation strategy, or part of how you do loyalty, part of how you do inventory planning and visibility and whatnot. Two other quick slides before I hand it over to Vince. But the reason there's a lot of interest and excitement around this is because of the pace of innovation in some of the items you see on this page here. And it's not just the AI space and the technical skills that are now available and the technical capability and platforms that are available, but the compute that's around that and IoT. And finally, we always talk about like the consumer or the shopper. And there's quite a few things that are happening in that space in different markets. And you can't just look at like the US market, you have to think in our world globally in different geographies. And there's different priorities, different stresses, different challenges from a getting product perspective. And we see these all playing out with many of the retailers that we work with on a global scale. So you can see some of those listed here. So that's just a bit of setup. Let me now introduce Vince, and he can jump into some of what's real versus what's ideal in retail as we think about the digital commerce space. So I'll hand it to you, Vince.
Thank you, Justin. Can you all hear me well? Let me share my screen quickly.
Yeah, we can hear you good. Yep, perfect. I can see your screen.
All right, so thanks for having me here. I'm very excited to provide some insights that you can take away today, and so you can have a better understanding of how AI can impact overall customer experience. Justin already sort of introduced to me, but yeah, I mostly focus on helping enterprise retailers and consumer goods companies to help them better understand the digital commerce landscape and help them stay modern and innovative by providing industry-specific solutions that are aligning with all the changes that we are seeing on the customer expectations and behavior across different channels and touch points. So as we all know, digital commerce is so much more than e-commerce. It involves all aspects of consumer journey and leverages the digital technologies to provide a personalized, frictionless, and engaging customer experience across all touch points. From, if you think about the top of the funnel for marketing, like acquisition and retention, to social, to search engine. In other words, digital commerce goes way beyond just a simple transaction. Used to be all you needed was just product page and checkout page, but it's so much more than that now. It incorporates technologies like AI, 3D, augmented reality, live streaming, personalization from end to end. And we're seeing that it's taking another step further with the emergence of generative AI since last year. And these trends really reflect a digital commerce landscape that is increasingly sophisticated and convenient and integrated into our daily lives. So I'll kick it off by saying some of the things that we're seeing and what we learned from our customers. We've learned that things like Gen AI for enterprise customers especially has pretty much of unique challenges and requirements. So companies come to us that have multiple business units, dozens of engineering teams, and hundreds of use cases to explore. And they needed a way to simplify and standardize the use of AI. And they need to be able to scale up and down automatically. And they don't want to be stuck with the one single foundation model, given that each model has a different uniqueness to it. And then also want to be able to customize them using their own data. Right? Data is the biggest differentiator. And you can think of it as the core value prop for many of the companies out there. And they need to orchestrate multiple tasks with a high level of efficiency, and they must keep their data secure and private. So that's why we created a service called Bedrock. It is the easiest way to build and scale Gen AI applications with foundation models. And many of the examples, the reason I'm talking about this is because many of the examples that we're going to share today are actually powered by Amazon Bedrock and some of the leading foundation models available in that service. So when you use things like foundation models, like any programming, you provide simply input and you get output. And it's pretty simple. If you think about it, in the case of large language model, that input is called prompt, right? So the prompt is where you tell the model that task of the description, instruction to the model, and you can also indicate the output format. So context is where that you will give things like company-specific information or external information to really steer the model's output to increase the model's knowledge. Then you choose a specific foundation model and get the desired output. So the simplest way to think about AI use cases is we think it's along these three pillars. How can it help customers, products, and employees? Fourth pillar could be IT, but that's more of a cross-industry use case. So we're focused on these three for now. So first of all, if we double click on the use cases for customers, we always try to look at first and then condense the digital commerce journey into four main stages. And this is how we kind of sort of group them, right? There are many different versions, but if we simplify it, it starts with the discover, which is awareness and research, right? Consumers discover products through advertising, social media, search engines. They conduct research by reading product reviews, comparing options, and gathering information. Then once you get into the fine, which is a consideration and decision sort of a stage that consumers evaluate product features, benefits, and pricing to decide if it actually meets their needs, right? And they decide to purchase or proceed to the checkout process. And then at the purchase level, consumers complete the transaction and receive confirmation of their purchase. And also post-purchase, they receive the product. They may require some support, or they're encouraged to provide feedback, and satisfied customers may join loyalty program, share their experience to their friends and family, and make repeat purchases. So it's really important to understand for retailers to see what are the potential AI touch points in your own customer journey. This is quite unique to every retailer. There's no one size fits all. But looking at your business and the landscape out there and customer behavior, you'll be able to identify what are the AI touch points in your customer journey that has the highest potential. So one of the examples, the customer-facing example, is search and discovery, right? AI shopping assistant especially is a very hot topic. And Constructor, who's a AWS partner, is also mentioned by Gartner as one of the leading search and solutions today for e-commerce. They exclusively work with only retailers and e-commerce businesses, so they know what works and what doesn't. But here's the latest AI features from them that is more of a AI shopping assistant powered by Gen AI, blended with the personalization. So we first start with things like Style Assistant. Show me the outfit for certain occasions, and it does exactly that job. And then you can do things like let's say you have a particular item that you have in your closet, and you want to be able to make a head-to-toe look, right, based on that. So if you have an urban blue jacket, you'll be able to ask and AI to complete the look, and AI can recommend different items that goes well with it. If you turn into grocery, the behavior is completely different, right? So customers sometimes want to shop by recipe. So you drop down the menu or dish that you want to cook, and AI can generate what are the products that it's recommending for you to buy to be able to create that. And then also it understands your dietary restriction and based on your historical purchase. And then also things like let's say you have a family picnic coming up and you want to make it healthy, right? So in that case, it can make some suggestions like, I don't know, high protein or fresh fruits or vegetable snacks and so on. So, this is pretty cool conversational discovery use case. And another one is by XGen, which is they specialize in more of a large language model, natural language search solution that offers relevant results in real time. And we are kind of in the behind the scene with the AWS services powering their service leveraging Bedrock, SageMaker, and OpenSearch service and so on. So you can pretty much ask anything. And, thanks to AI, it's no more zero result found, right? So you can search things in any language, regardless of product feed languages, and it's very powerful managed keywords engine. So it works for pretty much any product feed configuration out of the box. And so it instantly upgrades search experience to the next generation conversational commerce. So if you think about some of the search terms that are not sort of tagged with the product, used to be very poor search result, but now thanks to Gen AI, the search engine is much smarter than before. So it has the cultural understanding, it understands certain things, events, so it can give you the right recommendation. A lot of customers are asking, like, what does it actually do for the metrics? What's the result that we can expect? One thing I would say is conversational commerce or Gen AI shopping assistant is still a very new use case for many of the retailers out there, including Amazon. So we're still at the very much of experimental stage. We'll talk about Rufus. I think Justin and Michael talked about it before as well. Even Rufus is iteration phase, right? So we first announced as a beta product back in February. I personally became a beta user in April, and then it's just a few weeks ago in mid-September, they made it generally available to the U.S. customers. And then slowly, I think that they're going to roll out to different countries as well. So it's the journey that we're in. Based on the feedback that we're gathering, the things will get better and better. But the businesses implementing conversational search, have been seeing the average increase of 10 to 20% in terms of click-through rate improvement, and up to 18% boost in search-related revenue improvement. But the real power lies in how it aligns with your specific business model. To really estimate the potential for your business, we need to look at the key areas, your current customer behavior, and what are the pain points that they have. What's the complexity of your product range? Are you selling one category? Are you selling 5 or 10? How easy is it to shop those categories? And then customer service load, and what are the frequently asked questions? For instance, if you're selling products that often require detailed explanation or comparisons, like electronics or fashion items, the potential impact of AI, Gen AI, could be substantial. So, if you're comparing like 2 different models of expensive TVs or furniture, chances are you need some guidance around that, right? You can also think about it as when you walk into the physical store, right? What percentage of time do you actually need help from the sales associate versus the time that you exactly know what you're looking for? So, depending on the situation, customers will rely on be able to rely on the Gen AI to give much better guidance. We all know, as a consumer, myself included, have had a very negative experience with the traditional old chatbot, right? So, but I think going forward, the chatbots are much more intelligent. They understand a much more natural language, and it's going to be much less robotic, and it's going to be much more human-like. And now let's look at some of the successful approaches and some of the use cases that are high benefits. So we've seen particularly strong results in the areas like product discovery and recommendations, size and fit guidance, especially in fashion, technical support and product usage guidance, personalized styling advice, very much a complex comparison of products like TVs, like I said before. And the user groups that often benefit the most include, someone like fashion-forward customers seeking curated selection of products, or it could be tech-savvy shoppers comfortable with the AI interactions. It could be customers with a very specific and complex needs. And then it could be busy professionals seeking some efficiency from their shopping experience. Right. So speaking of busy professionals, I'll give you a quick demo around that. So I'll walk you through a quick demo of AI working as a stylist for a busy professional looking for efficient shopping experience. So AI can help customers find an outfit in less than 5 minutes with this AI stylist. That's the aim. And customer prompts are a specific set of inputs provided by the customer. And then knowledge bases connect your organization's private data sources to foundation models. And then lastly, agents allow you to build a problem-solving assistance using natural language instructions. So the AI stylist here, basically, the goal is saving customers time and effort. So let's say you're a consultant traveling to New York next week. What kind of outfit should I expect for the first day in the office, right? So here, as you can see what's going on behind the scene, you have a prompt, but there are different knowledge bases underneath. Product catalog, and it's a combination of private data and public data. So based on what you're asking to the AI, it's using different knowledge bases. So things like, what do people like about this the business format jacket? And then on the left side, you see different combination of private data and public data that the AI is looking at and using it as a knowledge basis. So you can ask things like, show me specific reviews that talk about the quality of a product. And then also, what size should I wear? And then you can make the recommendation based on your previous purchase, suggesting ordering size medium because it runs true to size. And you can simply say, hey, add this to my cart. And then also you can even ask, like, add the rest of the items from the look to my cart, and then just continue the conversation that way, right? So it's giving you the quick summary of what the AI had pre-selected for you. And then you just confirm sizes, make sure, and then just finalize the order. So as you can see, we're using different sort of asking the agent to do different tasks, right? So once you finish the order, you can view the cart and then see the order, sort of a summary of the order, right? What you bought, and then it can also give you the suggestions that about New York, what's gonna happen in terms of the weather condition and all that. So what's behind the scene? So Amazon Bedrock, like I mentioned, is a fully managed service offered by AWS for building and scaling Gen AI applications. We also have something called agents for Amazon Bedrock, which allow you to harness the foundation model's reasoning skills to complete multi-step tasks across company systems and data sources. So you can simply state your problem, like, help me update my product catalog. And the agent breaks down the problem into multiple steps using the reasoning capabilities. And it automatically figures out what information it needs and what APIs to call and when to call them, and execute the transactions in the right sequence to fulfill your request. Then agents also provide the traces that give you a view into their chain of thought reasoning and actions. And then the best part of agents is it's going to leverage the most up-to-date information you have to give you relevant answers securely and privately. And the Bedrock agent consists of instructions that describe what is the agent's role and what it's designed to do. So basically, what are the objectives and tasks it's supposed to do? And then the tools. You then define tools and resources for an agent, such as knowledge bases that you saw from the AI stylist example for external data sources, and the action groups for API actions that agents can perform. And then you choose a foundation model from Amazon Bedrock that agent invokes to interpret the user input and complete a given request. And then the way agent fulfills the request is that it decomposes the incoming request into multiple steps. Each step is executed either by searching key knowledge base or invoking AI API from action group, and it observes the output and it thinks and determines the next step. And this process of thought, action, and observation continues until it has executed all the steps required to fulfill your request and returns the final responses to you. And then agents are, completely secure, and each resource has its own sort of IAM role, and that either it grants or denies access independently, and this determines what knowledge base search or API actions is the agent allowed to perform. So that's kind of overview of how things work behind the scene for this. Moving on to the product. So
Hey, Vince, Real
Yeah.
quick, I just want to quick shout out to all of you that are attending. If you've got questions as we go, put them in the chat, and then we'll either take those throughout or at the end, or if we run out of time, we'll make sure to follow up with you. But I just wanted to, I don't think I mentioned that in my setup. So back over to you for products.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you click use cases for products like merchandising, here's a quick product ideation example. So a lot of times designers have their sketches drawn, assuming that's kind of first step of their process. You as a designer want to be able to visualize the sketch in different forms, right? So here in this demo, we have a sketch of a woman's dress. If you give a sketch as input and write a prompt on how we want to visualize it as a white silk dress with a black stitch. And once we click ideate, it'll transform the sketch into the 3D visualization of the dress. So let's change the color to pink. Within just a few seconds, the pink silk dress shows up. And now taking a step further, let's visualize in different fabrics like cotton instead of silk, right? And then you'll be able to see that quickly. And then it's just identical item in different another material. Taking a step further, another use case here, this is a solution called Generative Replace from AWS partner Cloudinary, which allows customers to use generative AI to replace unwanted objects or elements in an image automatically. So if you take a look at this, you can just swap the outfit of the model pretty seamlessly without doing any manual work. So this kind of image editing task used to require very specialized skills and manual tools and so on. And it can be extremely time consuming if you want to perform this across like thousands of images. But now, thanks to AI, you can automate a lot of things like this. So you can replace things like, chocolate cake to avocado, or you can even change the background from pink tulip to pink rose to yellow tulip, for example. And the AI does the job pretty quickly. And then this is another quick demo of our internally built demo. So this is basically by providing hand-drawn sketches, users can harness the power of Gen AI to transform their creative ideas into tangible product designs and multi-channel marketing and product content like social media and so on. So once you pick an item and things like what's the objective, what's the material, what's the item that you want to create, you want to make it futuristic, then you just start with the hand sketches, and then it can give you like a different sort of idea of the product that you're going after. And then you can play around with the colors and then different design details and so on. And then once your design phase is over, you can kind of think about like, adding the black stitch. And once you click advertise, it shows you the different copies for different social media channels, whether it's X, Instagram, or Facebook, and then also the product detail page information, right? If it's like a shoes that goes on to Amazon or any other stores, it can give you the description pretty quickly. So this is a kind of a demo that we want to showcase how the end-to-end can happen. And then quickly on the employee side as well, there are many use cases. Like we have a service called Q, which was announced back at the last Reinvent in November last year, and is a Gen AI powered assistant designed for work. So Amazon Q can be tailored to your business by using the data and expertise found in your company's information repositories. It could be code or the enterprise systems that you work with. But in terms of the use cases for retail, Q has been integrated with the Amazon Connect, which is our cloud contact center service. So it delivers the agent responses and the actions to take they need to solve customer issues quickly in real time. So as you can see, this is kind of screen that the customer service agents will see. On the left side, you see the sort of a chat window that is going on live between customer and the agent. And queue is thoroughly integrated into the service. And here is where the magic happens, right? So with the queue, it detects the live conversation that the agent is having and providing the relevant responses and actions to take to the agent, right? So, customer may start with a very negative sentiment, but then with the AI's help, agent can make sure that they're delivering the right comment and right answers to the customer's questions. It also provide the sources to the answers, so it's not just making up the answer. So the agent can always go back and see where the sources are from. And yeah, so here's a sort of a screenshot of the workspace for Connect agent with the Amazon QA Connect. So with suggested responses and actions by Gen AI, Q is basically helping agents to focus on boosting the customer service agents' productivity. Also, for another set of Gen AI features inside Connect is called the Contact Lens, so which provides real-time contact center analytics and quality management powered by AI. So if you are a supervisor of let's say 1,000 agents, you can easily uncover trends and insights from every conversation that your team is having, and then automatically summarize the conversations with the generative AI. So you can also automate evaluation to improve agent performance and analyze metrics to, identify what are the next coaching opportunities for them. Now, I wanted to kind of quickly talk about some of the innovations happening on the Amazon side. So these are all live use cases. So one of the most popular Gen AI use cases that we've seen at AWS customers has been around, at least from the e-commerce side, is a product catalog enrichment. So even though it's an internal use case in a way that removes a lot of manual tasks for your team and automate them for retailers, it directly impacts the customer experience as well. So by correctly extracting the metadata, improves product description, search, and allows for advanced personalization features. So by helping customers find the right products, high quality product metadata also lowers the return rate. And speaking of personalization, for decades, Amazon has been leveraging machine learning and AI to provide personalized product recommendations on our homepage and throughout the shopping journey for customers. And building on that track record of innovation in personalizing the shopping experience, Amazon team is leveraging Gen AI to further personalize product recommendation and descriptions. So based on a customer's shopping activities, Amazon reviews each customer's preferences to create personalized recommendations types on our homepage and throughout the shopping journey, as well as provide the personalized product descriptions that are more relevant to the customers. So for example, instead of providing generic product recommendations to customers, we all know about things like more like this, similar to this type of thing. We'll provide more specific, personalized recommendations, such as gift boxes in time for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, cool deals for improve your some sporting games based on a customer's unique shopping activity, right? So or if your customer regularly searches for food items that are gluten-free, for example, right? They search for, let's say, gluten-free cereal. Now AI will intelligently position the term gluten-free within the product descriptions of the right products that appear in search results, making sure that it stands out. Even if Amazon or selling partner has listed the gluten-free as at the very end of the product description. So this makes it easier for customers to quickly locate the right product based on the attribute that are most important to them. Multimodality is a big use case as well. So searching with the combination of images and text, right? So it used to be a separate thing, right? But now it's merging together. One of the most complex scenarios that Amazon faces is helping customers find what they want when they don't know what they're looking for, right? So for example, you need a replacement part for your home appliance, but don't know the name of the part. To help you navigate the situation, it offers the ability to just take a picture of it and tap the camera icon on the search bar. And then our visual search algorithms will find the best possible matches across the vast selection of the products. But when you perform visual search, you will see a search bar with the thumbnail of the image, and you capture, and then along with the prompt, there's a section that you can add text. To add any text to help narrow down your search results and to find the complementary items such as a charger for your laptop or something for your drill set. Take a picture of the device and just add text such as a charger, then you'll be able to find the product right away, quickly. I know Justin, I think our last meeting talked about the virtual try-on and the immersive retail use cases. But I wanted to add on to that by sharing some numbers from Amazon that clearly shows the value of this use case as well. Higher conversion for sure, as you can see, 1.5x to 3.5x for the products enabled with this feature compared to those are not. But most consumers also find them very easy to use and helpful in their purchasing decisions. So if they're happy with the purchases, you're also minimizing the return rates, right? Which is a huge headache for the entire fashion and apparel industry, for example. Speaking of fashion, Amazon Fashion also has a new feature too. They developed a deep learning-based algorithm to help each customer find their best fitting size in any style. So it considers the sizing relationships between brands and their size systems, also product reviews and a customer's own fit and sizing preferences. So the feature then recommends in real time what are the best sizing for that particular customer.
Hey, real quick question, Vince, before you jump off this section. There was a question from Rachel, one or two others that I got sent over to me. I'll see you later, but says you on the personalized product description, I believe this is the product title, product name, and the description being changed, or is the entire name of the product per person? Like, what does that look like?
Can you repeat one more time the question?
What is being showed in the personalized product description, I believe, is the product title or product name. Is the description being changed, or the entire name of the product per person?
Yeah, there you go. It could be the name of the product, the main name, or it could be the detailed description of the product. So it depends on how deep you want to get into in terms of personalization. Yeah, those are all possible, and then you can set that as based on the persona, based on the demographics. We have tested with the demographics based on create the descriptions for someone who retired, or someone who are in Gen Z, or looking for tone that are more gentle or more fun. There are all different types of things that you can do in terms of personalization, and it's just taking it to another level thanks to Gen AI.
Thanks.
Brands who sell on Amazon also benefit from this too. So understanding the why customers returned an item can be sometimes a question mark or mystery, right? So, but with the new Fit Insights tool, Amazon can do the heavy lifting for brands and offer insights as well. So this tool uses a large language model to extract and aggregate customer feedback on fit and sizing. So by leveraging this data, brands can understand the customer's fit issues, improve how they communicate sizing to customers, and that really helps brands to reduce the fit-related returns. Now, I know we talked about Rufus as well, but this is our touch up on this again, because it's just making new sort of updates every day. compared to the day one of my me as a beta user, and compared to where it is today, I've seen like different features being added. So earlier this year, we introduced Rufus, and it's designed to help customers save time and make more informed decision for their purchasing by answering questions on a variety of shopping needs and products. And now it's available to all US customers in both Amazon Shopping app and on desktop. Customers have already asked Rufus tens of millions of questions, and the team has been collecting valuable feedback and insights and to make it better. And using Rufus, customers are understanding product details and hearing what other customers are saying. Customers are asking specific product questions, and Rufus is sharing answers based on the information found in the product listing details, reviews, community Q&As. And the customers are asking Rufus questions like, is this coffee maker easy to clean and maintain? Or is this mascara a clean beauty product? They're also clicking on the related questions like that Rufus surfaces in the chat window to learn more about the product. For example, what's the material of this backpack? And customer can tap on, what do customers say to get a quick and helpful overview of customer reviews. And you can also get product recommendations, right? So even within Rufus, customers are asking questions such as, what are the best, outdoor speakers that are wireless? What are some games for kids' birthday parties? And receive high quality, informative answers that help them make a product selection. And then comparing options, right? Customers are using Rufus to quickly compare features and asking questions like, what's the difference between this and that? And then, if you're a runner, you can ask questions like, should I get this shoes versus that? And then even for TV, shopping for TVs, like we discussed before, compare, brand TVs from Samsung versus LG, and you can kind of get detailed answers about specific models they offer. And getting the latest product updates, right? So customers often want to shop based on the latest products and trends. And Rufus is helping them to keep up to date with questions like, what's the most advanced Fire tablet for kids? And what are some of the denim trends for women? And so on. And then a few more things like accessing current and past orders. So these are more of a simple tasks, but customers have fast and easy access to, package tracking with Rufus and are asking questions like, where's my order? What are my dog treats? When are my dog treats arriving? When was the last time I ordered this particular sunscreen? And so on. So they have quick access to past orders and be able to ask questions that help them make decisions based on what they've ordered previously. And then answering questions that are not obviously related to shopping. So because Rufus can answer a wide range of questions, it can help customers at any stage of their shopping journey. So customers interested in cookware may first ask like, what I need to make for a certain dish. And preparing for special occasions is also popular among customers with, customers asking about, what do I need for this theme party, like summer party or so on. So there are many things that customers are asking questions, and it will be interesting to see how we continue iterate this product. So before we open up for Q&A, I just wanted to quickly say that, customers we're, Justin, Michael, myself, we at AWS deal with all different types of customers globally, and they all have a different level of maturity when it comes to commerce. And, it's important to understand which step of the journey they're currently at. And, sure, AI is important. Everybody's talking about it, but we always recommend our customers to start from the business problem you need to solve and the use cases that that you need to prioritize. So yeah, we covered quite a lot of ground today, but happy to answer any questions.
I had two here. The first one was as related to AR, VR, virtual try-on. You talked about virtual try-on. Any of those other techs trending, or are they just kind of things that are still out there that are now being powered by better AI? That was the first question I've got.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll say 6, 7 years ago, not many could do this because it was a virtual try-on 3D experiment because it was very expensive. The ROI didn't make any sense. Probably 3, 4 years ago, it got much cheaper because of technology. We were able to produce like 3D rendering and assets much quicker, and you could do like thousands of things in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Now with the Gen AI, it's even better because you can make that even faster than what the previous technology could do. So for just like any technology, it's just things are getting advanced and things are getting cheaper and cheaper. And we do see that. I do think that for like a fashion items, maybe we need maybe a little bit more time to make it really realistic. But things like shoes, furniture, or electronics, or large items, or sunglasses, those are the perfect ones that you need to consider adding on this feature.
Perfect. Will these use cases be featured at reInvent or NRF?
Yes, we do have a couple demos kind of showcase at reInvent around product content generation, the design process, some of the tools that was showcasing will be at reInvent as well, and then the conversational chatbot. I think we're going to showcase examples for specific category like DIY, so like home improvement categories, like the ones that a lot of people need some guidance from sales associate even when they're shopping in the store. So we're going to show how AI can play that role. Like if you're recreating some things or doing some construction at home, it helps you to find the exact product that you need to buy, type of things. So we will definitely have a lot of demos and speaking sessions around this use cases.
There's a question around selling on Amazon and using tools. And so there's a couple of answers to that, depending on where you are in the vendor ecosystem for Amazon. So you can reach out to me directly and I'll get you connected to the right vendor team on the Amazon.com side or within advertising. So there's a couple of interesting places there that you can leverage the new generative AI capabilities. The last one I had here, Vince, was just a question around what you're seeing across the spectrum from like, the pure plays on the e-commerce side to the more established brands. Any trends that you're seeing? Let me read this. Any trends you're seeing on one end of the spectrum or the other as related to these technologies in AI?
Yeah, I mean, at a high level, the easy way to think about it is I think a lot of digital pure players, e-commerce companies, are more and more trying to provide at least try to mimic the in-person shopping experience digitally, right? And that's why they're doing things like conversational AI to mimic the sales associate. They're doing the virtual try-on to mimic the in-person shopping experience and all that. And then also, I think sooner or later, I think that even someone like Rufus or conversational AI could easily enable voice as well. So if you're like shopping by yourself at home, it will be much easier to just say things rather than just try to type exactly what you're looking for, right? I think that previously voice commerce had some limitations in a way that people cannot see anything visually, and people need to see it shopping. But now, if you can see it and then also can order things using your voice, that's as close as you can get to in-person shopping, right? So I think it'll unlock much more opportunities going forward. And then vice versa on the physical storefront, we all know they're trying to mimic as much as they can for e-commerce convenience. Convenience comes from e-commerce, right? So that's why they're all considering like technologies like just walk out, frictionless checkout, and cashierless experience, and all those things. So I think the physical store experience is trying their best to be as digital as possible, and just like that, the digital experience is trying to mimic the in-person shopping as much as they can.
Perfect. Thanks, Vince. And thanks so much for being here with us. And thanks to the Retail AI Council, Doug and Andy, for the invite to come back for part 2. We certainly have appreciated the opportunity to be here and look forward to staying involved with you in the group. And I'll hand it back over to you, Doug.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Andy Lodato needed to step away. My name is Doug Weiss. I'm the connector with Retail AI Council. I want to thank Andy for hosting, and thank you, Justin and Vince, our AWS panelists. It's fantastic to hear from the experts in the trenches. Thank you to all of the members who attended. Very much appreciate it. Please look for our next AWS executive briefing in November. You can see all of the council's upcoming events on our website. A recording of this webinar will be available on the website along with all of our other previous events, so feel free to catch up on any part you missed or share with your friends. Otherwise, I want to thank everybody and have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.